while Susie's been here, and that's not where I wanted to go to, but that's okay. I'll go to share. Okay, so we were having a conversation about I wanted something quick and easy to do a presentation tonight that I am having at my house. It's a Tower Garden and healthy living party. So I said, you know, I don't really want to create the wheel. And she was telling me about how Ron had a great Tower Garden presentation that I could do. And I'm like, no, I just really want something quick and easy that I can just follow the script. So as I was looking at missiondriven.info, and I'm sure you guys have been there, maybe, maybe not, but I really did like it because it was so simple. So I went there, and then I was at home, and I hope you all can see my screen. And then I just scrolled down and clicked on that one simple change. And just scroll down a little bit there, and on the left-hand side there, it says one simple change presentation. And I'm gonna go right to that presentation. I really liked it because it encompassed everything, and of course, it gives you the script idea of exactly what to say. And she was commenting on one of her distributors from North Carolina that is really adding a lot of people to their team. And she said, this is basically what she does. She finds a PowerPoint that's already pre-done and the script is written for us. And she just grabs that one, tailors it to the event that she's having, and she'll just read the script and she'll tell people, you know, I don't know everything, and so I don't want to miss something important of telling you, so I'm just going to read this to you. And I thought, well, that's a fabulous idea because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So I don't know how many of you have seen this PowerPoint, maybe, okay, a couple of you. But I really liked it because it was simple, and I'm just going to go through it really quick here. So healthy living community just talks about that. Healthy used to be simple. I know that probably several of us have seen this slide. But really the whole presentation is so simple. I'm like, I can do this. And obviously what we want to do is we want to show other people how easy it is, that you don't have to have, you know, some type of degree to do this at all. It's just your passion, and these tools are right before us. And so just clicking through and kind of reading through this script and sharing with your heart and going through it, I just loved it because I don't want to recreate the wheel. And I thought this was a perfect one because it encompassed really quick, like what's happening to our food, what happens within our body, what is our best defense, what's going to work best for us, as we know, fruits and vegetables, talking about the phytonutrients, talking about our current situation with our food. And then you can have somebody share a story. And then it goes into, you know, here's how we bridge the gap. One simple change to get more fruits and vegetables. And then it talks about the complete and the bars, which I like because there's, you know, I love this picture. It's one of my favorite ones. And I know that we've seen this a lot of different PowerPoints and things. And then really, what is Juice Plus? And it is the most researched nutritional product in the world. What has the research found? I like this. I've never seen this slide before, so I'm really impressed by this slide because to me, it just sums it all up and makes it simple. And then it talks about the Children's Health Study, the healthy starts for families. And then it goes into the Tower Garden. And what is the Tower Garden? And then it goes in to talk about the omegas. And then we have a program called Shred 10. What does that do? Here's the effects of it. And then Juice Plus is affordable. And then really that's it. And then the end was, we invite you to join us. I just thought that was the most brilliant because it covers every single product of the Juice Plus. And like I said, it's giving you the script. And so I don't know about you guys, but I want it easy. I do want it easy. And I don't want to reinvent the wheel. So I just wanted to share this with everybody if you haven't seen this. And I know probably there's many of you that have found another one that works well. And if you have, I mean, share it on this. I mean, let us know because I'm all about, you know, sharing that information. I got to get back to you. Jake, how do I get back to you?
Just wiggle your mouse and then hit stop share.
Oh, wait. So if I just, no. Oh, there we go. At the top. Duh. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's a pretty simple one. And I like that it covers every single product. And then you have an opportunity to share a story, share your own story, and then have people ask questions. I think it spells it all out for you right there without having to do a lot of extra stuff or show a lot of extra stuff. So comments about that. Have you guys used that before?
I've got a question for you. Number one, how long is it supposed to take you to give that presentation?
I think it depends on your crowd and how many people you have. There was only 15 slides. Let me see how many slides are. Okay, so there was 26 slides to that. But honestly, I think that probably about 20, 25 minutes you could actually do that in, depending on how much conversation you maybe had in that presentation, and factoring in whoever's sharing their story, how long the story was going to be. But you could probably even get through that, depending on your time. But I like that too, because to me, that's also a great go-to for your one-on-ones, just to bring up your phone or your laptop or iPad, and then just go through that with a one-on-one, because it's really simple.
So another question, it showed the calendar. Did you have other events? Do you have other events to invite them to?
I do. And so I haven't put those, that isn't the one I'm doing. I mean, that's the one I'm doing tonight, but the one I already have ready has events on there. So
how many what kind of events, how many events do you have on your calendar?
So I have we're doing breakfast bowls this Saturday at my house, and then we're doing another healthy living party next week. So we're doing one next Tuesday. So, and I just said, if, it's like, I'm going to say, if you know anybody who'd be interested in coming to those, please, invite them. So, and I've got somebody's, it's interesting. I've got one of the ladies that's coming to the breakfast bowl party on Saturday. She's actually bringing her son also, for anyone who wants to stay after. He's going to teach us how to make homemade healthy flour tortillas. So we've kind of advertised that to say, hey, if you want to stay extra, here's what we're going to be doing past the breakfast bowls. So
awesome. Great. Good job.
Yeah, I just love that one. I just, I thought it was simple and just covers all the aspects of our Juice Plus business, our products and stuff, and what we're doing as a mission. So
you can have as many events on there as you want. I mean, even if you only had one, that would be an opportunity for your guests to come to the next one or bring new guests to the next one.
Exactly.
So what are breakfast bowls? That one I haven't heard about.
Like breakfast in a jar, like with the oats, and you can do yogurt and fruit, and you can add complete to it, at the end, or like when you're getting ready to have it. So if you just Google breakfast bowls, I didn't even know that you could do like quiche in a jar and bake them and then just warm them up. I've never done those, but we're going to do those Saturday morning too.
Oh, I love that idea.
So yeah, if you Google that, I was really surprised. I'm like, oh my God, you can do eggs in a jar too. Okay, anything's possible.
Yeah.
So,
how about oatmeal in a jar? Those breakfast overnight oats?
That's what we're doing.
That's so easy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So,
and you can order these little beautiful jars with lids, just the perfect size for a quarter cup of oatmeal and about a cup of milk or plant milk. And they're really beautiful. And it's just the easiest way to do overnight oats.
Yeah.
You can mix your complete in with your, I think we did it, we mixed it with our yogurt. I did Greek yogurt, and that's what we did, was I just mixed it in with my yogurt so that it was already in the jar.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I add a half of one. I stayed overnight with my sister. We added a half of a vanilla shake mix to each of our overnight.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if you do the little jars, like the little jelly jars, I wouldn't do a full scoop.
Right.
Pint jars, which was way too much for one person. That is a lot of food.
Right.
A lot of food.
But there are several people who are coming with families, and I said that would be a good idea for the pint jars, because then everybody could have some and share in that. So I do like that idea.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I love that it's asking you to share another event. So even if you don't have an event on your calendar that you're hosting yourself, there are so many events online that you could be inviting somebody to. So it's always good to have the next event available to your guests. That way they know that, oh, there's all these other things going on.
Exactly.
And it's an opportunity to bring somebody to that. And if they do invite somebody, then you've got a potential teammate because they're already thinking about people who they want to help to get healthier.
Absolutely. And Lori and I were talking about that's even a perfect one you could do for a Zoom call, just inviting people to a healthy living Zoom. That would be a perfect one to do.
Yep. That's a great idea.
They don't see your notes. I mean, they don't see that you're reading, but.
Well, even if they do, what's really great about this is that I think it's Marie that Susie's talking about, Marie Higgins.
That's right. It's Marie.
And, she just sits there with her notes and she just lets them know that she's reading. And what's really great about that is that anybody there in the audience can sit there and go, God, if she can do this, I can do this.
You can do it. Yeah.
I want to make it so simple that everybody feels like they can do it. That was the big mistake that I made. I always did the presentations and I have this, I don't know, half the time I can't remember what I need to remember, but I have like all this really crazy information, these facts and figures in my head that, other people didn't feel like they could remember. So they didn't feel like they could do an event because I would just spew all this information. And that's not what we want to do. We want to make them feel very comfortable that they can do this. It's so simple that they can do it and it's so duplicatable.
Right. We don't want to overthink it.
Right. And did you get that? Remind us. Did you get that on missiondriven.info or was that on Healthy Living Revolution?
Nope.
I know it's on Healthy Living Revolution.
It was missiondriven.info.
Okay. And so if anybody wants to go to that, the password is all lowercase mission.
Right. So then I just save that password so that every time I bring it up on my laptop, I can just jump right into it. That's a good site. There's many different things on there. Yes, Lori.
So I took a look and I found it and I found the presentation you showed, but I also found another file that said short. So there must be a shorter version as well.
There is a shorter version. This is the long version that I'm using. So, and when I looked at the shorter version, there was just a couple things that were different. So if you were, tight for time, then that would be perfect.
Yeah, I am going to be strapped for time. I have to give a presentation and I only get 10 minutes. So in my BNI group. So I'm going to take a look at that shorter version. That could be a good solution for a short time.
I definitely would.
Too, is if you're going to be somewhere like somewhere where you're not going to have internet, what you could do is save those pictures to your phone in the order that you want them to be presented, and then put them in like a little file in your phone, and then you can just swipe your phone or your iPad. Sheila, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and speak. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's what I was going to say. Just, put it on and just slide through it.
Yeah, and use that as a presentation.
They also have a flip chart, too, you can download.
Oh, cool.
So.
You just make it so easy for us.
Exactly. That's what I love.
Yeah. And what's really cool? I know we've got some new people on the line. All of this is done from other Juice Plus distributors. This is one thing that's really unique to our company is that Juice Plus distributors from around the world share what they do. We don't keep it to ourselves, we share it. And so all these presentations, somebody else in our company, another rep developed it and they shared it. So isn't that cool?
Yeah, and that's a good point too, because if you guys are finding something that really is working well for you, please share that on Team Ignite, because that's what we're about. We're about sharing, hey, I just started doing this and using this and it's really been working well for me and so slick, or whatever it is, because that's how we all learn. It doesn't matter how long you've been in this business, we're still learning. And I'm still looking for simple and some, new things to share. So like I said, this was perfect. And I definitely am open to suggestions and looking what everybody else is doing that's working well for them.
So as long as you don't put it on Facebook, you can use any of the logos or whatever on your own personal stuff. Am I right? Because they're very particular about what you put on Facebook, correct?
Any of those presentations, any of those slides from those presentations, you can share on Facebook.
You can share those too.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all company approved.
Okay.
Laura.
Right. Yeah. The sites that we're using are all company approved. So.
So
I know that they're very, very, very strict about some of the things that you do put on social media. So
Right, and we appreciate you asking about that. If there's ever a question, Sheila, just visit with me and I'll be happy to answer.
okay.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because Susie and I were just talking, we were talking about the whole Disney thing, that we're not supposed to say Disney. Has anybody shared that with their customers and stuff?
Okay.
It's the Disney promotion. Hold on.
Disney. Okay.
Yeah, the family vacation. It's the family theme park vacation sweepstakes. Now, with that, you are not able to say Disney when sharing that with people. So, and if you look at the flyer, nothing in that has Disney. It just says family theme park. So, just so y'all know that. I'm not sure why Disney doesn't want to be promoted more. Come on.
Lori, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I was wondering if any of you, let me start over. You know how we have the Juice Plus TV, like we just recently had Dr. Valerie Miles. So I'd be open to hearing how you guys are sharing and or inviting people to that. Like, one, are you inviting your customers to the Juice Plus page so they can be privy to those announcements when they come up? And or how are you inviting people to those when we do learn about them?
Well, what I do, Lori, is I look through the list and I see what is going to fit this particular person that I'm talking to. They might have an autoimmune disease, they might have heart disease they're concerned about, whatever their health issue is. And since we can't talk about specifics of, Juice Plus healing, anything, these talk about those diseases and they talk about these things going on. And I love those. And so I just match them to the person and I send them to them because they have no idea there's a Juice Plus TV.
Okay, right.
But not everybody wants to have that information. For me, I love it. And a lot of my friends do because it's a lot of information. It's kind of, it's just a lot of stuff. But some people are very intrigued. So I ask them, would you be interested in something on this? And then I don't give it to them unless they say yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Yeah. I honestly have not been using that much, Lori, and I thank you for reminding me of that because I need to start using, because that's a great resource.
Yeah, and they have some really good speakers on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And having all this, the knowledge and professionalism at your fingertips on Facebook, I think it'd be a great resource. I too have not been using it like I should. So I'm missing out because I really think it's an effective tool to invite people to.
Well, I just had a thought listening to the three of you of, like, Mary Ellen's right. Not everybody wants that information. So I'm thinking, because I use Teamsy, it'd be an opportunity to reach out to those customers, letting them know that it's available. And if they would like an invite, I could invite them to the Juice Plus TV channel and or the Juice Plus page on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then they have the opportunity to say yes or no. Then I can send them the invitation and then even schedule a follow-up like in a week. Like, hey, did you see that invitation? Just making sure you got it. Make sure you go in and hit join.
Great idea.
And then also even tell them how, like, change it so the notifications come up. So every time there's a new post, you can see it first if you want to, or something to that effect. That would be helpful for them. And it helps us too, right? Because it helps them stay informed about why it's so important to keep taking Juice Plus.
Yeah.
So.
Amen.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, thank you everybody for being here this morning, and I took a day off just so I could be on the call.
That a girl.
Yeah.
So,
what a team player, JoAnn. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for your sacrifice.
yes. So it's good to see everybody, and I hope you all have a fabulous